Hey, what's up, y'all? Man, there's something about that silence at the beginning that just feels good. Onward and upward. I don't need your applause. Onward and upward. I don't need your applause. It's the God Oppling LDTV. What's happening? What's cracking? If you're new here, smash the sub button and smash the like button. So, yeah, man, I have no problem correcting myself when I'm wrong. And so, actually, I may not be completely wrong because what I assumed was that Wilder was just going to be fighting Usyk in July. And the homie TD Sports Talk, shout out to him, he told me that he heard that Wilder is going to most likely be having a tune-up fight. And as I listened to one of his team members who is Pac-Man ATL Tay, y'all go sub to him. Listening to him, who's directly, like I said, he's in his camp. So if anybody knows, he knows. He says that he's going to be fighting Derek Chisora. But also I've gotten other reports where they've said that he's going to be fighting Derek Chisora next as well. And one thing that bothered me a little bit on one of the posts, I forgot who, it was somebody I seen on Twitter, and they called Derek Chisora, they called him a tune-up. And does the amount of their losses, does that make them a tune-up? I don't think so. I still believe that Chisora would definitely get up to win that fight. I just honestly don't believe that that's a tune-up at all. It's a definite threat. It's a definite threat. And if Wilder can't, I guess is if Wilder can't beat Chisora, it's gonna say a whole lot. Even though on the flip side, Chisora is not no pushover either. Not at all. So this is gonna be real interesting because if he doesn't get past Chisora, is if he doesn't get past Chisora, is the Usyk fight just done, not happening? Is that why, for the most part, it hasn't been announced? I mean, it's smart, right? It's smart to not even mention it. Blessings, Vacay. How you doing? Appreciate you sliding through, fucking with your boy. So it's wild. I just can't wait to see how this pans out. Me personally, I feel like Wilder he can definitely beat Chisora. But again, like I said, Chisora is not somebody who just he's not coming to lay down, not at all. And a lot of the boxers now, they're not afraid of his power no more. You know, for the most part, Deontay Wilder was a big bad boogeyman, and shit. Once they see you pretty much become neutralized, people ain't. There's no fear there no more. Not saying he's not he's still a threat. Don't get my words twisted. He's still a threat. Yeah, that's what's up, VK. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, I'm big on reciprocating. So, you show me love, I'ma definitely make it my right to, show you love. That's why you don't see me in some places. If you don't see me there, it's because that person, they don't come in my chat. So, like I said, I'm done oversharing love and showing. I'm done over showing love. So, you show love to me, I'm gonna show love back. You know, it's easy. It's super simple. You know, I'm not trying to break nobody's arm, and it's even no beef if they don't. If they choose to not reciprocate, that's cool. I just stay, stay gone and do me. You know, do me. The best thing for most content creators to do anyway is put themselves first. You gotta be selfish on here, man. That's one thing that you gotta be. You gotta be selfish. You gotta put yourself first. You know, you can't put yourself second over anybody, because when you put yourself second, you're pretty much showing people how to treat you. You definitely showing people how to treat you when you put yourself second. So my advice: put yourself first on YouTube, um, and focus on showing love to those people who show love to you. That's my initial intention. So, and you know what? If it's so easy for everybody to really shine and do their thing on here, it's just that there's always somebody who's not gonna want to follow the plan of, truly supporting each other. It's easy to really support each other. It's super easy, and I can say that as somebody who's married, somebody who, I have a wife, I have kids. So in all essence, it's easy to support people. Comment on their say they make a video, comment on their video, go in their live. Hey, what's up? Hit the like button. It's not saying you got to stay there forever. You don't got to stay there the whole time. It's so easy to do, but people got there's a lot of ego issues and shit on here. And she said, yeah, I feel you. I don't go many places anymore. Oh, I better remember that. Yeah, true. It's it's super easy, and there's just a level of fakeness that and this is gonna sound wild, but I appreciate the fakeness on YouTube as well, because once I learn who you are, then I know how to deal with you. That's like part of the reason why I said in one of my other lives, like, I appreciate outright racist people versus those passive racist motherfuckers who you don't know who you're dealing with at all. You just don't, you know. He says, I have a question. I need a different perspective. What do you believe is more valuable, respect or loyalty? Respect or loyalty? I'm going to say respect, because there's a lot of things that you're just not going to do out of respect. Respect is going to stop you from doing a lot of things. So I believe every person should be loyal to themselves first. Be loyal to yourself first. But out of respect, I feel like even respect is going to override loyalty. People could claim they're loyal to you, but if they don't respect you, they still gonna fuck you over somehow. So I can't stand fake motherfuckers. There's no loyalty with respect, without respect. See, even though it's like, I just have this different perspective on, like, I understand, like, we need duality. Like, we can't have one without the other. So I've learned to appreciate fake motherfuckers. And this is not even saying that I understand that I'm not perfect at all. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. There's things that I can improve on, and hey, I'm just not a perfect person at all. But my goal is and intention every day is definitely to be the best version of myself. And yeah, there's days where I come up super short. There's days that I do great in, and that's just life. But the initial goal, mindfully, is to continue to be just a better me. Says, I want your loyalty, but I don't need it right. But I need your respect, or I will feel disrespected, if that makes sense. Okay. Let me see. Let me compute that in my head and see how that. I definitely understand that. I guess just from my perspective, Respect is just, for me, that's the top of the top for me. Respect. Respect goes a long way. Even with my wife, like I appreciate my wife loves me, but what feels like love to me is the respect that she gives me. That to me that reigns more than anything. You know, that's why I give people respect. I give people their respect off the bat because with every person, with me, you start off with a clean slate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You don't have to earn anything with me as far as respect, but I give you the respect off GP. And if you hang yourself with that, then of course it's a wrap after that. She said respect is also earned, not given. See, I changed it up. I get that shit off GP. And of course, like I said, the long term respect is definitely given after you showing like, okay, oh, this motherfucker is definitely appreciating the respect that I'm giving them. So he said, people always choose to show me the real them and be fake in front of everyone else. uh, those are just people that they're great at wearing masks, and then when that mask come off, it's like, okay. Yeah. Like I said, there's no time limit on when a mask can come off. There's no time limit. You know, for some people the mask it comes off sooner than others. Some people are great at wearing it for longer, but the thing is that it's gonna eventually come off. It's not gonna be able to stay on the whole time. If you're new here, smash the like button. If you new, also smash the sub button. He's like, I'm definitely hearing you, bro. Great perspective, bro. Hey, I appreciate that question. That's a dope question, man. I appreciate that. That's what's up. And that's something that's definitely a great conversation to have. I mean, I could be respectful because I mind my manners. Yeah, I'd be like, motherfucker, why you showing me? See, it's okay. It's not saying that the way you do it is wrong. I just do it differently. That's it. I'm definitely not saying you're wrong at all. So do you guys believe you can never truly have 100% loyalty? I don't think so because for one, that person has to have some loyalty to themselves. Whenever you put somebody else over you, that's just not a good thing at all. That's just never a good thing. So 100%, I can't say 100% loyalty. Of course, loyalty for me, loyalty is after respect, but, well, hold on. Yeah, loyalty is after respect, but 100%, shit. 100% to somebody else? Nah, I don't know. You gotta have loyalty to yourself, and that's why, remember, there's a lot of people who are in relationships and shit that they know that shit is over. They know it's over, but they're staying loyal to the idea that they have kids together, and which is actually doing worse. It's doing worse to the situation than because you're literally teaching your kids how to not how to stay in unharmonized relationships. So you're actually doing your kids more harm than good when you do that type shit. Say, Torin, these are some great questions. Tyron. Yeah. Like, who's Torin? Yeah, dope questions, Tyron. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, 100% loyalty. You gotta have some loyalty for yourself. That's how people end up playing themselves, and then they end up being more loyal to somebody outside themselves than themselves. And like I said, they stay in situations. They stay in. It's not even talking about like like a marriage. It's friendships, associateships. Uh, this is an age, man, where you gotta write motherfuckers off. You can't be giving motherfuckers too many chances. It's up to you though. It's up to you. However you want to do it in your life. I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm just giving suggestions. That's like I said. I said I'm. That's why I say I'm not nice. That nice guy, nice girl shit. That gets you no fucking where because people were gonna take advantage of you and try to manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always say like I'm not nice, but I'm respectful. That's why I'm so respectful. I give my respect. As long as we're respecting each other, you're always gonna see that respectful side of me. But once you switch over to that other side, then I gotta show you my balance. I gotta show you my wholeness, and my wholeness is I'm an asshole as well. So said, yeah, you only got one time to cross me. There's been, of course, plenty of times when I would give many chances, but as I'm growing wiser, I want to be an example for my kids as far as not dealing with bullshit. Thanks. The reason why I'm asking these questions is because trust nowadays is non-existent, which makes it harder for our generation to connect with people in general and relationship-wise. Yes, that is phenomenal right there. It's true. It is because you don't know who's genuine and who's not. You just don't know who's genuine and who's not. But the key is to remember we walk out of our houses every day as humans and we're taking a risk. We're taking a risk. So either you're going to live life to the fullest and take risks, or you're going to try to live in your comfort zone. Remember I said the other day, like, there's no growth in your comfort zone, so you had to get out here and take risks daily. It's a risk getting up to walk. Who knows? You can fall over and twist your ankle, all types of shit. So what we need to do is continuously to take risks. Like just because I've been, I've been lied on before, I've been double crossed before, and just because I've been double crossed, I don't mean that I'm gonna stop like wanting to meet new people. I don't mean that. I'ma still give people respect when I meet them. I'ma still be who I am. I'm not gonna let nobody throw me off of who I am to the core of me. You know what I'm saying? So, baby, she said, I don't cuss or scream, none of that. Why you don't cuss? I love cussing. I just feel like cussing is like raw emotion. So I've never felt like dang it or fudge that. I may say that, when I'm monetized or something, just because I know how when you're monetized, you kind of gotta be mute for a little bit, but not really mute, but you gotta watch what you say at a certain time in your life. But I love cussing. She said, so do you guys think it's a lack of communication skills? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a huge lack of communication. And it's a huge lack of comprehension skills. Because people, you could tell them something and just the way, I get it, we all have our own perspectives, but the way people comprehend these days is lacking like a motherfucker. It's sad. I can say something and a motherfucker gonna perceive it completely wrong from how you meant it. And even if you try to explain what you truly meant, oh no, that's not what you meant. Motherfucker, how you gonna tell me? How you gonna try to tell me what the fuck I meant? I didn't grow up cursing, so it sounds weird when I do it. Shit. Shit. uh, Cursing is a good thing. I'm not saying rely on cursing and curse every 2 seconds. I'm not saying that, but I just feel like it definitely has its times when it's really needed. It's really needed. For me, I can't. I just love expressing myself and saying "dang it" and "darn it." Hell no, that doesn't completely express how I truly feel in that moment by saying that. Nah, not at all. Comprehension. So the in one car, out the other, one in one ear and out the other type shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And also remember, a lot of times people these days, they don't really listen and hear, they listen to reply or rebuttal. So if we can slow down and really have slower conversations so we can understand each other, that'll be a great thing. Yeah, people want to be right so they don't give a fuck. I'm cool with being wrong. I have no issue with being wrong. That's the thing. Like I don't have this no ego. Is of course I have an ego, right? But I feel like I've defeated my ego. I've defeated it a lot, and I allow myself to not take certain things to heart and personal and shit. So and when to stand in my ego and when not to. So ego is definitely needed, I feel, but you know, you just gotta you just gotta know when to use it and when not to. And a lot of people today, they just stand in their ego in every situation when it's not needed. Time when people want to be right, so they don't give a fuck. Vacay says a lot of these motherfuckers have real mental issues and they refuse to get checked. Oh my goodness, Vacay, you is 100%. That's Trill Spill right there. There's a lot of people, and this is not even on YouTube. This is just in real life, man. Like real life. And on that note, I want to say like it's just for all, you know, brothers, sisters, whoever you are, see a psychiatrist, man. It's great to see a psychiatrist. I've seen one since I was like in second grade. That's because I had a lot of anger issues was my biggest thing, right? I used to wear my heart on my sleeve. No, not my sleeve. I used to wear my heart on my fingertips. So imagine that. I used to wear my heart on my fingertips, and I had anger issues like a motherfucker. And so in second grade, I think first grade, my mom came. She whooped my ass in front. She whooped my ass in front of my class because I was being bad. Then in second grade, she became kind of like the lunch lady helper. And then I had to eat lunch with the principal for like that whole year, which felt like it was dope though. I felt like I was like really doing something, but it was really because I was bad as fuck. I was wilding. But yeah, man, you know, seeing a psychiatrist is a great thing. I've learned a lot, man. That's part of what helped me stay free, man. That's why I've never been a slave. When I say been a slave, that's what I count as when you go to prison, that's modern day slavery, if you ain't know. And you know, a lot of these niggas out here, I love saying nigga too, just because it's rawness, and when I'm speaking to my people, or you know, they know what I mean. But and I do understand that's not who we are, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, a lot of niggas, they love to brag about going to prison and shit, and that shit is just lame as fuck. Like I'm happy to see people who's gotten through it and shit, but to outright brag about it is clownery. If you're gonna do dirt, the whole intention is to not get caught. What happened to that? Don't get caught. And as I said yesterday, I've been caught on some shit, but nah, man. I it's easy. You see, like I said, that's why I always tell people every life to take care of their mental health. Yes, I've seen that happen before in third grade. Dude got wood with the belt. Oh shit! You sure we ain't go to school together? Nah, I know older than you, but yeah, I got my ass whooped with a belt. I got fucked up. And then I remember when I turned around, like all the kids were just looking at me like, damn. I don't judge it, but I wouldn't recommend going. You say you wouldn't recommend going where? Oh, to prison. Like I understand there's certain things that I'm cool with if you go there for. Like if somebody try to molest your child, I'm cool with what you got to do when it comes to that. Um, I just don't like people. Like there's people that get out of prison, they get more love than people who just graduated, and it's so backwards. That don't make no fucking sense. But then again, they say in the 90s. But then again, they say, oh, the 90s was so much better than now in all aspects, right? So why are we getting worse? I'm 28, born in 97, so grew up in the 2000s, and even then we weren't this dumb. A lot of young bucks today that don't like listening to OGs. Hold on, first off, there's not a lot of qualified OGs. Let me say it that first. And then a lot of young YNs, they don't want to listen to nobody. Like you can't tell them shit. You know, you can't tell them shit. Oh, the prison, I got you, vacay. It's tough trying to talk to a young buck, and they don't want to listen to shit. But I do get it in the same way. When I see a lot of these older dudes. These ain't no real OGs. These are just enabling niggas. They enable you to do the wrong thing. They're not really helping you out for shit. They're not helping you. They're not putting game in your ear to truly thrive in life at all. They helping you how to be a statistic like they ass was and is. We all know some old motherfuckers who be hanging out in the hood, trying to give game, pretending to be the OG when they haven't done shit in their life. But as long as they can feel like the big brother to some YNs, they cool with that. It's sad, bro. That's why I'm here, gaining your guys' perspective, because OGs ain't OGs no more. It's rare to even, man. I'm telling you. That's why even me, just on the YouTube streets, like I'm very careful with who I call an OG. There's some people I just don't know. I give it out of respect, but for the most part, I know who the OGs are now. And a lot of these cats out here, they're not OGs. They're just old adolescents. That's all they are. But yeah, Tyron, man, I really truly appreciate your conversation, man. Sub up, hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. Real OG, James says, real OG should be trying to keep you out of jail, off the streets. Man, my nigga, man, I'm telling you, for real. Keep you out of the streets. Like, I had an OG. I call him OG, it was my stepfather. But he did 23 years in prison. So imagine, yes, I still got into some bullshit and then it didn't completely stop me. But imagine me going to prison to visit him and then talking to some of his homies in there and shit. So, man, I got so much game to really keep me out of there. Like, I remember my OG. I was in high school. He's like, hey man, them ain't your friends. And I'm like, oh, this my. I'm like, man, what? He hating. He hating. I tell him about my homie. He's like, hey, man, I thought for sure he was hating, but when I really realized and took time to analyze my relationships with these people, he was 100% correct. Them motherfuckers was not my homie at all. And so, as a man now, just being being a man now, it's like, man, you gotta. Those are lessons you gotta hold. The game is golden, just the game. That's why, man, like being an OG, I gotta definitely make sure a lot of these young cats stay, or at least, I gotta do my best for them. Hopefully like I said, a lot of them don't like listening and shit, but there is a lot of them that do listen as well. Not all of them are the same. So, hey, yeah, I'm subbed up. I need more conversation with people like you guys. Might change the way I move and see things for the better. Breaking those cycles. Hell yeah. Ain't shit cool about a prison. And like I said, I don't like hanging around dudes like that. I like hanging around women. I need some, feminine energy. And I don't mean feminine energy from a motherfucker with a hard leg either. That's not what I mean. I gotta be clear. It's 2026. You feel me? But yeah, y'all, I really appreciate y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all. But this great conversation has really actually pushed me past the time that I was supposed to stay on this motherfucker. She says, Vacay said, yeah, but I know right, it's not cool to get in trouble with the law. It's not, man. I mean, they slave catchers. That's what how I want to say that. Police started as slave catchers. That's their history. That's their ancestry. So to really be involved with their asses, you really playing yourself. But yeah, this is awesome. This is probably one of my most favorite. Like I love talking about boxing is cool and all this shit is cool, but this is dope. You know, this is real growth and shit from here. Man, knock on wood, ain't never been to prison, went to college, graduated, and still feel lost. Y'all, and it's crazy. Hey, bro, college is good too, but that's another thing that they overly sell to us when, you know, it's like I went to technical school. That's why I went to tech. I went to tech school, and it's more hands on. Like going to 4-year colleges, I knew that wasn't gonna be the road for me. For one, I knew if I would have went to one of these colleges down south, because I would have went to one of these down south, I would have ended up with a lot of babies, or, you know, I was gonna be potting my ass off. So me knowing me, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I cannot do that. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for real, for real. Um, I'm about to get up out of here though. Um, to everybody who genuinely support me, I'm wishing you a blessed. What's today? Wednesday, Thursday? What today? Thursday? Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, today is Wednesday. Have a blessed Wednesday, and that's WINS. WINS day, Wednesday. That's how I feel. Like I said, every time I get up, man, every time there's breath coming through my lungs, I feel like it's already a great day, man. I done already won for the day. But yeah, man, much love to y'all. It's a God Opulent LD. I'll catch you on another one. Catch you on the next one. Again, I'm going to leave with it. Onward and upward. I don't need your applause. Till the next one, y'all. Peace.